Our educational group specializes in teaching foreign languages with the use of direct methods. First, we concentrated on teaching adults, but at some point our clients started to ask more and more often about the same kind of courses for their kids. We realized there was a great demand for courses for children where they can actually learn how to speak fluently in full sentences as an alternative to traditional lessons where speaking is only one of the many aspects of the lesson. So, about 10 years ago, we issued our first books for children. The reception we got was amazing. Parents started to invite us to organize courses for their children, even at the state schools. If you want to learn to speak a foreign language, you have to speak it. And that's exactly what we do in our lessons. Some state schools asked us to use our method as a supplementary method for teaching English to children. At school, where the average class size is between 20 and 30 students, the only thing children can do in such a big group is written exercises, group listening, translating vocabulary or working over a text. But it's impossible to learn how to speak fluently with this traditional system of studying. If the class size is between 20 and 30 students and one lesson lasts 45 minutes, and that time is devoted to the 4 aspects of learning a foreign language, that is reading, writing, listening and speaking, every child in the group has a chance to speak for only half a minute, which is very little. In Speak4Kids, the lessons concentrate on speaking in 90% of the time. So all the kids do throughout the lesson is speak, speak and speak. In our lessons, children master that aspect of the foreign language they would never master at state schools. Speak4Kids is a direct method of teaching English. What that means is that the teacher speaks only English during the lesson. The teacher speaks at the natural pace of a native speaker, which is quite fast, and the students are always required to answer in the full form, in full sentences. However, to make the Speak4Kids suitable for young children, we've introduced 3 distinctive features to our method. First is that the teacher uses colorful charts throughout the lesson, and answering the teacher's questions, children always describe what they actually see in the charts. So the charts are an essential part of our materials in Speak4Kids. Another feature is that the subjects, topics, are suitable for the young age of the learners. So we don't talk about accidents, murders or taxes during our classes, but we concentrate on talking about toys, about playgrounds, trips to the park, to the zoo, to the circus. Children describe their rooms, they talk about their friends, and on the higher levels they learn how to tell the most famous fairy tales in English in the present and in the past tense. Another feature of our method is that we have a selection of songs and rhymes, and teachers are told to make breaks during the lesson, especially in the middle of the lesson, and always necessarily sing or recite something with children. That helps children to recharge their batteries and focus their attention on the teacher and on the lesson till the end of the meeting. It is commonly known that staying abroad in English-speaking countries is the fastest and most efficient way to pick up a language. During such a stay, the visitor is bombarded with English from all directions at top speed, without translation and without the chance to see the sentences written down. Under such circumstances, the barrier of speaking a foreign language is easily broken. With Speak4Kids, we create the same conditions during our lessons. So first, the teacher speaks only English, he speaks at the natural pace of a native speaker, and he demands the answers to be given automatically, without thinking, and without them being translated from the student's native language. Our lessons are based on intensive conversation in English. There is no time wasting. What exactly the lessons look like? Our lesson has a form of constant dialogue between the children and the teacher. The teacher first introduces new words, expressions, then asks the students to repeat them after him.
So let's read them first in pairs together, okay? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 30,
40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
Stop. Okay, let's read them in pairs, okay? Like 12, 20. Okay, I'll start. 11, and then you. 12,
20,
13,
30,
good.
14, 40,
15,
50,
okay.
16,
16, good.
17, 18, 18.
Repeat them after him and make sure they understand what he's saying. The teacher also presents a story or gives a description of a picture or a grammar point and makes sure children understand it.
Near to the car park and next to the station.
Very good.
The church is opposite the hotel, next to the river and park.
And one more.
The school is opposite the station and cafe.
Very often, in order to practice the newly introduced vocabulary or to revise the old vocabulary, the teacher plays a word game with children during the lesson.
Give me the letters. No, there's no S. No.
Then the teacher starts a conversation with children, bombarding children with questions about what they have just heard. The children's task is to answer the teacher's questions in the full form, in full sentences, using the words and constructions that are being practiced in that particular lesson. The Speak for Kids means intensive, honest work in the English language. We do the best we can with the children's brains, attention and concentration.
Stefan, what animal is this?
This is a chicken.
This is a chicken, yes. And what animal is this? What animal is this?
This is a goat.
This is a goat. Olivia, do you like sheep? Do you like sheep?
Yes, I like sheep.
Sheep, dobrze. Dominika, do you like dogs? Do you like dogs?
Yes, I love ducks.
What color is a dog? What color is a dog?
My dog.
No, yours, your dog, if you have one.
My dog is brown and black.
And black, very good. David, what color is a pig? What color is a pig?
Pig is pig.
Children don't use just single words in Speak for Kids. They use full sentences all the time.
In our method, we encourage children to speak in full sentences from the very first lesson. One-word utterances as answers for the teacher's questions are simply not satisfactory. Of course, we start from very simple sentence structures and gradually move to those more complex. So, after 3 to 4 months of learning, even the youngest pupils are able to use simple sentences to describe pictures. And after the first year of our course, students can properly react to the questions asked and can build complex sentences on their own. The pace of the teacher's questions and students' answers is as close as possible to the pace of a natural conversation. And the fact that similar sentence structures, similar question structures are practiced throughout several lessons in a row makes students develop a habit of answering questions automatically without unnecessary longish pauses for thinking about which sentence structure to use.
In our lessons, children always learn how to sing a song or recite a poem, and they do that to give their brains a little rest and to make their minds ready for the rest of the work until the end of the lesson. This pattern I've just described is followed during every class. So throughout the 45 minutes of the lesson, children are forced to speak. The truth is, the way we speak a foreign language, not read or write it, is our best advertisement. We measure a child's knowledge of a foreign language by what the child is able to say, not write or read. We often hear, "Oh, you learn English, say something then." As a result of the Speak4Kids courses, children can speak in full sentences.
What is she doing? Alex, what is she doing?
She is riding a horse.
Can you ride a horse? Can you?
No,
I can't.
I can't ride a horse,
But?
but
You like horses? Do you like horses?
yes,
Yes, I like
I like horse.
horses. You can't ride a horse, but you like horses. Okay, I don't like horses. I'm afraid of horses. Okay, Max, is he riding a horse?
No,
He isn't riding a horse.
he isn't riding a horse.
He
He is riding a bike.
Can you ride a bike?
Yes,
Okay, can you ride a bike very well?
very well.
So, I can ride...
I can ride very well.
Alright, okay, do you like riding a bike? Yes or no? Do you like riding a bike?
I like riding a bike.
Okay.
Children can sing songs and recite poems. Children can tell a story, for example, a fairy tale, in the present tense and in the past tense.
Can you swim like a fish? Can you run like a rabbit? Can you jump like a kangaroo? He can. She can. You can. They can. And I can too. Can you sing like a bird? Can you walk like a cat? Can you climb like a monkey in the zoo? He can. She can. You can. They can. And I can too.
Children can act in a role play.
Money ball. Catch a tiger by his toe.